Hi, guys. It's Maya from BlackCat Tarot, and I am here to uh, read a deep dive on checking in with Princess Kate. I just took my hair down, so it's kind of a mess, but please ignore the wound vac, which sounds like a big whoopee cushion. All right, anyway. And I might have to put this on pause, people going in and out, family and whatnot. But so I'm going to try to dial into Princess Kate's energy, if you will, and I'm asking my spiritual mentors to help me just take a look at her and her general well-being, and we wish her always the best. And just what it is that the public, need to know, because there's certain things we don't need to know. But in general, what would be best for us to understand how things are going for her, and how things will be in the future. So I'm just going to see what Spirit wants to share. Princess Kate. Let's see what we get. Give it one more. Okay. Let's see what we get. Let me pull my table a little closer. All right. We're getting the Empress. I feel like we are picking up. She's definitely in her royal energy. This is much better just as a draw of a first card, but I do read in pairs. And we're getting the Queen of Swords. This is much stronger, much better than where she was last time that I read on her, when she was really more in the midst of being treated, I think, for some kind of precancerous situation. And probably, my guess is bowel, always has been, intestinal. But here I see her as being very clear-minded. She knows what she wants. She is clear on going forward with herself. Very strong position here. This is a strong queen, if you will. I think of her more like a queen. I do. And I do think she will one day be. But I see her reclaiming that. And don't forget, the Empress is abundance and abundant strength of the feminine. And I'm very happy to see that. I think also she feels more in control now. With that, just came to me with the Queen of Swords, that she feels much more in control, and she feels like she understands where things are going, where her health treatment is concerned. And I think she just feels more assured, again, pardon the wound back, with her choices and decisions. That's really great to see. And she gets the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands. And this is a new energy that is opening up of activity for her in the future. And I think it is the certain things that she goes to and does as a royal. And there's certain things that she's definitely looking forward to, because this Three of Wands is looking for opportunity, looking forward, literally. And I see her starting to, I think, build back up, going, traveling, stepping out a bit, that sort of thing. And looking at maybe traveling in the future if things continue, if her energy, I think, continues to swing back up. This to me is the stamina, and it does look like it will indeed build to that 3, going from that beginning with the ace. So I feel like this clearly is also, along with travel and movement, is the stamina card. It's the card of fire. So her inner fires, I think, are building back up, her inner strength returning slowly. But it looks really good so far. So much better. Oh, this is keeping balance, making good decisions, by talking to people that a variety of specialists, people that are very good in their skills, and she works with them. She's part of their team, and they're part of her team with her health. That is the feeling I get here. She works with a smaller group of folks that I think she feels comfortable around. Anyone she doesn't might face a legal, um, punishment or consequence. And again, we get change going on here for Princess Kate, and just more freshness, more energy, and traveling is definitely part of her future. But there's going to be changes. Like, I feel like I'm sure there will have to be things that consider her health and her energy, but it looks like there is a good balance that is being followed, and good advice that she's getting and following. It would be awful for her to get great advice and not follow it, but I see that she adheres to it, and I feel like benefits from it, see more movement, more energy, and change in her future. And I feel like her energy is going to become more buoyant than it has been. She's going to have more reserve of energy and more enthusiasm coming back. Now, there's a great deal of feeling, though, too, comes up with the 5 of Cups, which can be some regret, some remorse, but I feel like she's able to feel more. There's a overflow of emotion. Let's see what that might be about. It's emotion that needs to come out. When you're legitimately sad, you need to get that out and not stuff it. And I think she was doing that. And this to me is like dealing with one's feelings as they are, I feel like, occurring. She gets a lot of new energy cards opening up. That's really good. Energy wise, emotionally wise, she still, I think, can have some depressive episodes, but we do again have an accent on the new and on being more adventurous, getting out, trying new things, doing things she probably thought she couldn't do. And I feel like she's really got good people around her, specialized care. And pardon the wound back, I think she is willing to try new things that maybe are suggested by specialists. Again, I think she's got excellent care. I wish we all did. The 10 of Pentacles, I see her doing well, and she will rebuild her strength, and I think becoming a very beloved, I feel like, queen, to be honest. She'll be recognized by the people, very popular, and the family has immense respect for her as well. So she's going to get back out there, but I think it's going to be on her own terms. And she will, not that she will be inflexible, but she's going to definitely not overdo. I see there's a balance here, which is really wonderful to see. Okay, let's get a few more. Now, It looks like there is somebody has some sneaky plans here. Thinks they're going to get away with something. What is this? With her, she's such a high profile person. The paparazzi and people know that they get the first photos of her. It's a money day for them. It's unpleasant, but there you go. But there's an end, and there is something new that is beginning, or a recovery of something that is stolen. I really feel like it could be something that is taken, that somebody thinks that they're being sly and taking, maybe something from the royal family's stuff along those lines. But I think it will be recovered. So let's just file that away in your mind. I get healing going on within her relationship, I believe, with her husband. This is pulling back from the public a bit, but regardless, the time that would be pulled back is spent in a very much needed, legitimate, deeply healing environment, a peacefulness. There's respite for them. It looks like they're spending more time, quality time together as well. There's peace. There's peace of mind. There is also, I think, dealing with stress more as a partnership. And there is a lot of stress on that relationship. But it's a matter of, I feel like, exchanging and communicating and respecting each other's feelings and emotions. Because they do carry, a lot of baggage around. And I feel like it is maturing. Their relationship is maturing over time, and they're working out, learning how to work out the knots. It's a matter of compromise, and it's a matter of a balance of a variety of mindfulness in doing things together, having time alone. It's a certain balance, of the combinations. And because there's a dominant, this card too makes me really feel like you got powerful personalities going on in that royal household. So they have to learn how to work together. And I think that as time progresses, they are doing so, and they are getting that. Okay. Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands. This could be Camilla. And I don't know if there's like spying or watchfulness, or she's watching something or being watched, but eyes are on her is the first message of that. And it's kind of switching over now. Okay, what about Camilla? Again, it's the one of the spotlight and something from childhood, potentially something from the past that goes back to childhood. Maybe a love of the spotlight. There's just, with her, there's building a spotlight, building, getting more attention. It's something that but there's importance with reiterating that this is something she has craved, I think, since childhood, since she was very young. And she's going to get it. It's the star. She's standing out. But unfortunately, I also do see a release of worry, I feel like a lot of pent-up anxiety mentally going on. I don't know if we're bouncing back to Princess Kate or if we're still kind of looking at Camilla. But this can be like mentally, someone is worn out. It could be the nature of the health issues, but there is, I think, at least perhaps honoring when one is needing to pull back. What else do we get? We get someone that's walking away and not doing something, though. Okay, there's somebody within the royal household. I don't know, maybe her need of attention might make her it could cause some stress for other people, to be honest. There's maybe a feeling that there's something that's being neglected for public duties and being in the public eye. It might cause a strain on relationships. And the big problem stands out here is we've got all of this kind of stressed out mental exhaustion going on here, potentially poor health. But we have here also someone that is walking away from responsibility, moving on. There's a need to shift, and they're not doing it. This card also talks about a new day that you're releasing. So maybe there's the need to release one needs to release some maybe resentment or irritants, mental hang up, and maybe let it go. But it could also talk about someone that is creating a set of feelings for another person where they feel like this person is not handling their personal responsibilities. There's like a block, and it's like they want to do everything but what they're supposed to do. So there's a feeling, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Just keep that in mind. I do get the Sun, the Queen of Cups, moving forward with the Six of Swords, and actually maybe traveling again or moving. We get a Queen of Cups. And it could be that I think emotionally, Princess Kate is starting to also get on a better foot, and maybe more publicly be seen. But I still show, I feel like an empathy, a sensitivity, but that I feel like it's also going to go toward healing. And coming on the heels of those cards there's some hard feelings. I don't know how she gets along with Camilla. Maybe there's an issue there at times. I don't really know. But it looks like if there is, whoever this is with, it looks like that will shift. There is movement, and maybe just getting away from or moving in some fashion, getting out more, will be a benefit. I feel like there's an uplift of the spirits and the emotions. Okay, let's see. We're getting the home front and the relationship of the Queen. Oh, wait. Wrong cards. That goes in the other pile. I've got to get it the right way. Really moving forward and improving, though. again, I can't help but feel she might change a household or travel. There's much more movement, and maybe even if it's smaller local areas that she goes to. Although there might be some longer trips there, I think she's very mindful and careful with that. I just see, I just feel like things are going to work out long run. This is a rough patch. She will look back at this and go, oh, those 2 years were difficult. But I think she's on an upswing now. And there's still some bumps in the road, but I see her overall improving and greater freedom. I think greater energy, feeling a renewed stamina that builds. And I feel like there's greater understanding in her relationship that's being worked out with her husband. And I think the other royals, like her father-in-law, and with what she's going to be doing, I think there's some changes that are really happening in the royal household, given that have had to change because of the health patterns that show up here with the Wheel of Fortune and whatnot. Let's just see now. Let me flip this. Oh, I would do that. Okay. I'm just going to grab another deck. I'm using the Clarity deck. Let's try this and see What's the Tea Oracle Volume 1. Let's see. You can get it on Etsy if you like it. Let's see if it marries up with reading on her. Heart to heart, deep conversations, intimate discussions, blunt and honest. What was I just saying about her relationship with her husband? I do think there's a change. And I do think also with how the royals' health has changed things. She talks with her father-in-law. I feel like there's a shift in some things that have to be changed. But it looks like a much closer, healthier relationship for that. And she's dealing with masculine pride, some toxic masculinity, and meeting manly expectations. I think a lot of it is the menfolk needing to deal with the ego and to be open to coming more to the heart instead of the first reaction of ego, or that's going to make me look, or whatever. It feels more comfortable, and it feels like this is lessening, and it feels like they're working on that more immature masculine expectation or sense of expectations. I just feel like there's a maturity, once again, that's coming into their relationship. Cuffed, off the market, committed relationship. Okay, inaccessible. And bridging gaps. So again, I feel like reunion, clearing out distance, coming together. What was I just saying with the heart to heart? Their relationship is growing closer. Despite what might be going on here and there, I get these cards. I was not expecting this, but I think they're speaking of a strengthening of their bond, a maturing of their bond, and a new commitment, a new sense of commitment to each other and family. And the distance that was there, it's saying there is a new sense of commitment and hopefully loyalty as well, so that nobody's doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Growing up, I am putting people in the friend zone and being the black sheep. So there might be going against expectations and norms and putting those that were in their past firmly in the past and in the friend zone, while he's being more, I think William is being more of a husband learning how to be a husband. Let's see what else. Well, I'll pull a couple more. On pause, there are delays, hesitation. What's going to go with that? Shattered, broken, destruction. So there's healing. I think there are some relationships, though, that are just on pause because there's so much damage, and that would be the first person I thought of was his brother. And I think it's the same for her too. There's some hesitation because there's a lack of trust, but also in their relationship, of course, if certain things happened, as many people think, they're working on that. But it's not out altogether. I think it is definitely working toward healing. Switch up, reintroduction, brand new persona, and bless up, appreciation, gratitude for blessings. Well, this is definitely her. I think she's very glad to have her health improving. There is a life-altering change here for her, and it's changed her. There's some new elements to her persona. I think maybe where she would not have been willing to put her heart out there and trust again, perhaps any issues that they have, they're definitely working on that. Bridging gaps, there's again showing a real strong force of commitment and a reunion. So I really feel that their relationship will grow closer with time as they get over some major hurdles from the past. But she might be willing to, with this appreciation for life and gratitude for the blessings in her life, there's a new aspect of her persona. And so we get the card of reintroduction and a new persona, acting brand new persona that's feeling very blessed. Maybe she'll be willing to give him a chance there because it just shows me that there is a real commitment. Clean eats, modifying her diet, healthy lifestyle choices, nurturing the body. I believe this is something she will definitely be a spokeswoman for. Swept up, head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. And she's going to be very passionate about perhaps food and healthy eating. I think she's going to be trying to push the trend once again, getting people to look at what they eat and to enjoy their probably less than healthy things a bit, but clean eating. So I think she's going to be a real proponent of clean eating. And I think you'll see her involved in various campaigns or whatever to promote clean eating and health, and especially with what she's been through. So, and she looks like she has very strong feelings about it and really enjoys doing it, modifying her diet and healthy lifestyle choices, which isn't just diet, but going to bed, taking care of yourself, not thinking, I'll just push myself and worry about it later. Yeah, she can't do that. So this is very interesting. Long haul, in it to win it, long-term intentions invested. And I think taking care of any kind of codependency or unhealthy attachments. She wants to work on that in the long haul of releasing unhealthy attachments, clean eating, I think taking care of herself, taking that really seriously and not thinking, I think really a big change in where you pushing it may have been once the way of things, that you toughed it out and you pushed yourself beyond what you thought was your limit. That's changed. That has changed. This is about knowing what your limit is and being mindful of your taking care of your body so you can go and do these things. And it shows a deep gratitude, a deep, deep, deep gratitude for the new energy she's going to have and activities she's going to be able to do, and for eating well and eating healthy, because that definitely gives your body, you feel the difference when you do it. I know I do. I have to eat to heal my wounds that I got with the wound vac. So I have to be mindful of getting enough more, a bit more protein. And I have my unhealthy snacks here and there, but my base that I have of the food I eat the most, healthy. Okay. So I see it definitely leaving behind, I think, the past, and there's more of a no filter. There's being blunt and authentic, saying what's on your mind and saying what it is, not having to hide it. But I think there is definitely being considerate. So I feel like there's new communication going on between her and her husband. She does get issues of low vibing, though, sometimes, with some, I think, creeping depression with the blues, low vibing, and abusive cycles, tough love. I think, she's used to the past of some tough love, of like, come on, you got to push yourself. Once again, where I was saying about pushing yourself. And she might feel guilty that she's not doing things that she normally could have, but she's going to work through that. There's still that old program of, hey, you're weak if you don't push through this. And I it's weird getting those cards, because I felt earlier like she was doing that to herself with some of the cards. And this is just, again, she's working through learning how to love herself, to take care of herself, and making it a priority instead of pushing herself. It's a different focus. Keeping tabs, observing closely, staying connected. She's got her eye on issues, mindfulness. And I think where there's been, when someone tries to get out of something, with the ghost card, it makes me feel like here with the keeping tabs, once again, if she doesn't go to something, I think she's trying to avoid doing things that she's going to have to avoid or ghost, give up. So the keeping tabs, just given the cards that we were getting here, I think are more about being mindful when she chooses not to go to an event, and what events she's going to. There's, I think, picking and choosing here. There's a close eye, because she doesn't want to disappear. She thinks that there's a certain degree of cowardice, and it could be that some people think that I know that some people think she should come forward and tell us what exactly kind of it's not our business. It really isn't. It suffice it to know that she's got it. It's somewhere in her abdomen. That's good enough for me. I'm glad that she's feeling better. But I do feel like this is her keeping a close watch on the places that she chooses to invest her energy in, appear. She doesn't want to be someone that's not going to events. And I'm sure that if her husband wants to try to duck out of events, there's a watchfulness. Okay. Let's see what this deck. Again, I'm getting like detox, purification. She's ridding herself of negativity. I think that there's going to be more of a date night for her and her husband, and going with the flow. And any setback will be carefully monitored. So it might be that she might think of something initially as a setback, but it might be like a false alarm, is what I get. But she's going to have to be very, very mindful of her well-being, her health, how she eats, not because she needs to watch weight and that kind of thing. Clearly, it's not going to be a problem, I don't think. I think it's going to be more of a problem for her to keep enough on. But I see her taking it very, very, very seriously. So that's what I have regarding her. I hope that that is somehow helpful. I'm really thrilled to see that, and to see that she will, on the big picture, be getting back out there to do stuff. It's not going to be any rush. This is going to be very measured, very careful, very mindful. And that's how it should be. I'm so glad to see such better cards. She does have some bumps in the road. She's still working out things with her husband in that relationship, but it's so much better. And it's getting so much better. And it's going to continue to get better as they work through things. And there will be very difficult things that they'll be working through. But I see a recommitment to each other, and a new appreciation and definite change taking place for both of them, for him and for her, for sure. Her feeling is, I think, much more open to giving him another, being more forgiving. And by that, I don't mean being a doormat at all. It's about being blunt and forthright, speaking her feelings, and being able to do that and have respect for that. So I think there's some new changes in their relationship where communication is concerned as well. All right, so if you enjoy readings like this about Princess Kate, and you want me to look at other members of the royal family or somebody else altogether, please give me a thumbs up, and you can leave in the comments below who you want me to read on. If you don't care for the royals, that's fine. But really, tell me who you'd rather I read on. Then I don't like when you read on them. Don't leave that. Tell me a positive. Say, I want to hear about whoever. It could be a musician, singer, songwriter, actor, politician, whatever. I'm down to read it. So just leave it in the comments below. And thank you so much. And thanks for being a subscriber. If you haven't already subscribed, you might want to. It's free. And hey, I'm a lot of fun. Give me a chance. All right. See you guys later. Always a joy to read for you. Take care.